Well, Nat Hodgkiss, the early pace header in the championship, although Will Jenkins led him home here at Donington earlier today. It's Jenkins on pole for round 6, and we're back with Paul O'Neill and Richard once again.
Thanks very much, Steve. Yeah, we've got a great lineup here. There's a bit of a buzz about this championship this year. I don't know why it's different to other years, but it's an electric paddock, and everyone's sort of really keen. It's almost like this is the Super Cup. We've got the Super Cup next time out at Brands Hatch with the V8s coming. That's going to be good. But this is really, after that first round at Alton Park, really gunning for it, all these guys.
It is, isn't it? It was nice, wasn't it? We had a real good wander around the paddock on Friday.
Yep.
And all the teams we spoke to were it was great to see everyone. Paddock was buzzing, like you say, and it's really good to see these guys out there. I was at Alton Park for the first round. I've seen a bit of it, and it did look like great racing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one.
Well, this car's been with us since 2010, the G40, so it's something Ginetta aren't changing. It's very stable. Let's have a look anyway how they line up. Round 6 of the championship, Will Jenkins having won round 5 on pole position from Nat Hodgkiss, then Harley Horton and Mikey Doble. Connor Grady is next up with Sam Smith to his outside. Harry Mannion and Ignacio Zanon next with Cian Donaldson and Sam Harvey on row 5, and the pro group completed by David Sutton. Willell next from Aidan Hills and Ruben Haig. They had problems in race number 1, hoping Aidan's cars repaired a lot of damage to that. And Ali Topley was the winner in the amateur class for the second race of the meeting. Gerson Zarpellau next up from Phil McGarty. Paolo Santi and Bal Sidhu are next, then Chris White and Karim Sekat and Neil Finnegan completing our grid. Neil Finnegan, published author under the name of Neil Thomas, apparently. Apparently there are 2 Neil Thomases that publish, but so he's one of those if you want to have a look through those. One of the 2 Neil Thomases that publish. You look puzzled.
No, I'm not puzzled. It's just that people, well, they do believe me. I've only ever read one book in my whole life.
Which one was that?
I think it was Roald Dahl's Marvellous Medicine.
Very good. Any autobiographies? I'll come back to that.
Yeah, maybe. I can't remember.
Will Jenkins then, furthest away from camera, front row of the grid, car number 30, junior graduate from last year. Nat Hodgkiss, another driver that's come through. Aidan Hills, is he happy with his car? He's slowing up. Is this pit bound? Had a lot of damage, Aidan Hills, in the second race. They've managed to get that back together, but Aidan, I think, is erring on the side of caution, and he's going to do either a pit lane start or perhaps not bother starting at all.
Very slow into the pits, so something going on there.
Aidan's usually pretty slow anyway. I mean, he knows I'm only joking. He's all right. Aidan's a good lad. He says backpedaling. Here we go, ready for race 6 of the season for Ginetta Challenge. Lights are on. It's a long wait, and out go the lights. Nat Hodgkiss in blue gets a good start. Will Jenkins to the left of shot. Harley Horton in the yellow number 20 is there. Mikey Doble on the second row in blue, looking to come around the outside of him and grab third. He's got his nose into third place as young Mikey. As we look down the back, the amateur class coming through as well, but it's Hodgkiss that gets the better of that outside run. Doble challenging for second. Harley Horton, double pole man here in yellow and black, looking to try and come up through the field as well, but they all go safely through the first part of the Grainers. Into the old hairpin we go. Doble still exploring the outside line. Then we've got the 2 orange cars. The slide. Oh, and Doble rights the curbs, clatters into Harley Horton, spins in front of the cars. Hopefully, well, thankfully, off the track. Not great to see Mikey spin around, but great that there wasn't huge follow-ins there.
Wow, that was such a good thing to do there. He just turned the steering the right way. When you're going backwards at that speed and the front wheels are going the wrong way, and you just jerk on the steering wheel, you're in trouble. And he did the right thing there. He did the right thing and got that thing out of the way. But look at the leaders. They are very close. This is game on straight away. Hodgkiss is going to have to defend into that first corner if he doesn't get a good run out of this last chicane.
We're looking at the championship battle between those 2 already. It's kind of the story of maybe where the championship's going to go, because at the moment Hodgkiss leads the championship. Jenkins set the benchmark in qualifying at Alton Park, getting a double pole, but Hodgkiss came away with the results in the first race when Jenkins had a clutch failure in race 1 there, but he's chasing Hodgkiss, and it's a fascinating look. Let's go back though to that earlier incident.
Yeah, so what happened to me? Bounced across the curb, didn't he? So That's a bounce across the grass. Oh, yeah. So he got a little bit of a squeeze, didn't he, there? And once he got the squeeze, he was in a lot of trouble. And that was a bit of a nightmare for him.
Paul, you're right. It was a good recovery. It could have been a heck of a lot worse. So hat off to Mikey Doble now as Will Jenkins looks to the outside of Nat Hodgkiss. They're side by side, and Jenkins that converts to the inside. He's got it, but Hodgkiss is going to try and go for the cutback on the return. Coming up to play is Conor Grady, the veteran of the Ginetta Championship, with Sam Smith in behind in orange. Then it is the number 20 of Harley Horton in the mix. The top 5, little to choose as Will Jenkins now tries to break away.
Yeah, look at them. They're all starting to defend down the straights like a really fast Ginetta Junior race, this, isn't it? As now Sam Smith in that orange car being sandwiched there by the 2 yellow cars. Conor Grady getting away with it in the 11 and getting the power on. And he's going to have to defend in that first yellow car. That number 11 is going to have to defend all the way down now to Redgate and maybe switch back across when he thinks it's safe to do so.
I was about to say, Conor, a bit of a legend in terms of Ginetta's. He's been around quite a long time. It's his first winner, wasn't it, Conor Grady?
Crazy to think that. I was with him in a Fiesta Junior.
You've been in the car with him?
Yeah, exactly. And he was about 14, 15 then, so he's been around a long time. Like you say, he's been in this championship quite a while.
But nice to see him get up on top. 3 different winners. Great to see him on the top step of the podium at Alton Park. It's that competitive. But at the moment, the race leader, Will Jenkins, looking to try and get away, was a very, very useful addition to the junior ranks and looked at various options, but just working on. He's seen what other drivers have done, the likes of James Kellett and, of course, Adam Smalley coming into this championship and just making it work for them. Hodgkiss still in second, but got his mirrors full of Grady. Nice to see Conor hasn't really been overly sharp at this meeting, but starting to look like he's really getting the car to work for him now in 3rd position. Sam Smith in behind in the deeper car, the orange car is there. Double Mazda MX-5 Super Cup champion making the move in. Still, I think he's been involved in Mazda racing in one way or another. His brother was racing in those cars at Snetterton last weekend, and then Harley Horton in behind, and Will Orton behind the yellow car is the man with the fastest lap, although that's changed. Oh, it's gone back to Will Orton again.
Yeah, look at that defence there from the 95. Hodgkiss has really got a terrible run out the chicane, and Conor Grady and Sam Smith and Harley Horton, sorry, they're really having a go, and that is Conor Grady. I tell you what, he didn't take his foot out the throttle there, did he? If he gets that done, that is a fantastically brave manoeuvre. Hodgkiss doesn't want it to get done, but it is done. Brilliant move. He's going to take Sam Smith with him, is he? No, because he's already trying to fight a battle with Horton, who's wide on the exit and touches the side of his car, but they come out the throttle, and someone else trying to get involved as well. Brilliant.
Grady says second place is mine. Hodgkiss down to 3rd. Jenks is away and down the road and disappearing quickly. So Conor needs to have done that quickly to get on the case if he possibly can. Here's a replay.
Yeah, great exits out of Redgate for the 2 yellow cars, or yellow and orange car. But look at that, Conor Grady, to keep your foot in and not have any wheel spin on the grass. No brake lights flashing there, full throttle, gets it down the inside. Once you're down the inside, you just need to turn in early, get across that curb and get the job done. But you've just seen Sam Smith there bouncing off the curb, trying not to bash in the side of everybody else. Great racing.
Absolutely superb, isn't it, between those? Harry Mannion going through shot as well. Have a quick look at the amateur class, which is once again led by Alistair Topley. Literally a one-off for Topley in this race. Karim Sekat and Bal Sidhu getting on, so a good amateur battle between those 2. 70 car in the mix as well is Sam Harvey. But back we go to now what is the battle for 3rd place. And it's Hodgkiss under pressure here from Harley Horton. Harley knows he's got the pace from qualifying. He's got the wrong line there, and around goes not. What happened there? Was that a car in the back? Because there was a car eclipsed, wasn't there, as they came down? That
looked like a car in the back, I'll be honest. Was it Will Orton? Oh, Sam Smith, isn't it?
Yeah, it could have been Will Orton in behind. That was the white car in the mix, wasn't it? You're absolutely right. And Sam Smith is stranded. I hope everybody sees him. They should have a good view of it as they come down the hill. So safety car is always ready, of course. We are getting a safety car. The organisers taking no chances with that. Race control will appear. Now, Will Jenkins is the aggrieved party there, isn't he? Because he'll lose a 1.5 second lead. There's a fair bit to deal with. There's Sam Smith and there's Harley Horton in the gravel. Yeah,
a real shame that was, but it's nice to see some yellow flags getting waved as well as the yellow LEDs that we have here. But Sidhu's gone off as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has, Bal Sidhu. Now, the car coming towards us is the one we saw going into the pit, so he's a lap or so down. That's Aidan Hills. Just have a quick look at the chart. He's -1 lap, Aidan, so he can get onto the lead lap here. And if the safety car is out long enough, he might be able to make some positions up in the pro category.
Yeah.
Replay's coming up just so we can understand what's happened.
Yeah, that is Will Horton who's tapped in there, isn't it? With the orange mirrors. That was Will Horton. Yeah. In the 31 car, orange mirrors. You can see Willie's just in front of that orange car. There was definitely a hit. Yeah, there's a touch there. It didn't take much. So he knocked the 95 car around. That's a shame that. He wouldn't have meant to have done that, especially at high speed like that. So, yeah, you just see him. You see the rear of Hodgkiss's car just go up in the air as he just gets that tap. And, yeah, Harley Horton involved in that as well. Such a shame. But Sam Smith there, that's not where you want to be.
Did Hodgkiss get through the dirt? Just having a quick look to see whether Will Horton, by the way, actually won round 4 of the championship. He won the opening round, the opening race of the weekend. So
that's done the rads. That.
Yep.
Yeah. That Will Horton car's done the rads where he's hit the back of him. I think that's why he's come in the pits. So there may be some fluid down around the circuit actually. So we've got one of our cameramen guys down there. I don't know if he can get a closer look for us, but. Does look like there may be a bit of fluid. Maybe that's why the safety cars come out as well, because we have seen a few live snatches. But Harley Horton's car just getting pulled away.
Not the weekend for Will Horton. Had a win, so he's going to have to focus on what happened yesterday with that win, and now 2 DNFs because he was caught up with Aidan Hills yesterday and Ruben Haig.
Yeah. So
another replay.
Yeah, you can see straight off there that angle. Yeah. So look at the front of Will Horton's car with the orange mirrors on, the white car there. You can see I wasn't actually looking at what happened to Sam Smith. He was just involved with it, wasn't he? So here we go. So orange car number 8. That happens to get involved as well. But the orange mirrored Will Horton hits the back of Hodgkiss, spins him. But then I think what you find from Sam Smith, who's in that orange car and is in the middle of the track, I think he just spins in sympathy. So watch the orange car as well. So the contact's been made. Yeah, he's on the brakes hard and down the gears, locks the rear axle to try to get out of the way, and he just spins on his own in the orange car. So yeah, shame. But wow.
Smith's still going, but he's a long way down the field.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage at the front of that car there, and Balsadou's car as well getting taken out the way. Good stuff that from circuit guys and the marshals, just getting that job done out the way. A lot of cars off and damage. Yellows out and safety car straight out.
Quick
Perfect
recovery. I was at SNET last week, BRSCC meeting. We had 16 hours of racing on one safety car. That was an incredible meeting. I don't know how they did it.
Yeah, it's amazing that, isn't it? When we do, I had a little article in Motorsport News about driver standards, and especially what we've had last year and the year before, and I was talking a lot about what was going on with drivers and standards, and it did seem to get better as the year went on.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes we still have a way to go with it. So, but the racing's been great up to now this weekend.
Should Aidan be going that quickly? Was he sorry to cut across your foot, Paul? Just wondering. Whether, it's because I said he was slow. No,
yeah, I hope he's not heard you. It was very quick, that wasn't it? So obviously it's done in zones, but we're under safety car. But he's flat out here trying to catch up what's going on. He'll have on his.
Wants a race, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, should he be going that quick? He's got a bit of bumper or something just hanging off there. I think it's a difficult one because you're supposed to catch up to the crocodile on the safety car, but you know, is he within the speed? I'd have to look.
Knowing Aidan as I do, and able to have a joke with him, I know he wouldn't do anything dangerous.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Worthing-based driver. Good to see him in the championship. I think he's going to do the televised rounds because most of the other ones clash with his Mazda commitment. So he prepares a lot of cars in the Mazda championship. So you've had to go as well.
Yeah, good little cars. A lot of drivers coming across to this, like you were.
It's a very close thing now, isn't it? Between a good tie between the two almost. Quick rundown of the pro category results for you as we continue to look at Aidan. As I say, he's been told he's not doing fastest sectors, so he could be okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. He's with. Listen, if he was running on the grass, I'd have a problem. Yeah. And he isn't. Lights are off on the safety car, as you can see. So Will Jenkins, who was a second and a half to the good, his main championship rival, Nat Hodgkiss, is down in 11th place. So this is an opportunity for Will to get some of those points back that he lost through having that clutch problem at Alton Park in round 1 a couple of weeks ago. They've got a busy few weeks, these guys, which we'll come back to. And how is Jenkins going to handle the restart, not too shabbily, I don't think. Conor Grady in second place. Third position, Harry Mannion now up for a podium. Where did Harry come through? Oh, the carnage. Fair play to him, last year's amateur champion. But we're away. It's a good restart. But I tell you what, Conor Grady's not far away.
He's not. Will Jenkins, a great restart. Got really good traction and entry to the, look at this, battle on, 3 into 1. Will it go? Hodgkiss is slow on the way in. Is he in a bit of trouble? He will, because he got out of that gravel trap, didn't he?
Yeah, I think very, very possibly. There we've got Paolo Santi in the 77 car. Mikey Doble trying to get back as well. So Doble's had a second bite of the cherry here. He's racing with some of his classmates, as it were, in this one, down in 10th and 11th place outright. So race between those two. Still 7 minutes left, so this could develop nicely. Jenkins will want to get his head down and try and get a fastest lap. It is still Orton with the fastest lap, who's now into retirement, of course. Harley Horton, we're told, is in the pits as well. So, yeah, a lot of the big guns in this one having some issues. So they're in the 41. There's Ali Topley, we just saw briefly there in the 41. It's a one-off for Ali. Races in MR2s and has done many other things over the course of the year. Here comes Horton.
Shame that.
He will go through. It is a shame. Quick youngster. Another one did the scholarship. Bypassed Ginetta Juniors to come into challenge. Good decision for him. So here's Ali Topley up ahead of David Sutton. Sutton in the pro category. Ali Topley running as the top amateur at the moment. And as I said, very much a one-off for Topley. He's just treated himself to race on the touring car package.
Oh, he's doing all right.
Changed for fourth.
Proper stuff. Look at that. Is he going to get back around the outside? That will be a difficult one. He gets pushed out wide. Oh, he stayed in the throttle. I tell you what, he didn't lose much. He's catching him back up. He's been on the grass all the way down there, Donaldson. Good lad.
Keaton Donaldson in fifth now, and Ruben Haig is it comes through into fourth position, running with Lee Brooks' TCR team, and he is ex-autograss, a little bit of autograss racing on the short ovals, dirt track racing. Did Ruben. I had a nice chat with him and his mum and dad earlier on today, and another driver that bypassed Ginetta Junior did the Junior Saloon Championship. There's Ali Topley. Now the car behind is a pro car, so Topley's got one car at the moment, I think maybe more, between himself and second place in class. No, he's got two, isn't he? Yeah. In terms of pros, between himself and second place in class is C. White, not Colin White, but Chris White.
Yeah, he's flying, isn't he, Topley? Good lad.
Yeah, he's really enjoying it, and paths have crossed a few times, Ali Topley and the family, and enjoying this one-off outing. He said there won't be any more. A little bit of a moment there for Zarpelau, the Brazilian driver, and over here developing software for his company, which is nice to see, and enjoying his racing. Running well in the championship, second in the amateur class championship-wise. Karim Sekat is third, and Ignacio Zanin now up with Donaldson. Yeah,
that was a nice little switchback, that was. And talking of switchbacks, it's carrying on all the way down the Craners, so look at that. Keep it lit, boys. Proper smoked up, that is brilliant. You can see little aerials on the tops of the cars, all of the cars. Little aerials, you can see them just poking out there on the right of the number. And that's just the actual LED lights for all of the safety cars, and the yellow and green flags and checkered flags that come up on their dashboard. So if you're wondering what that is, that's exactly what it is. They're not allowed to speak to the pits, so it's not pit-to-car radio.
So Zanin having a great race with Keaton Donaldson, and really have to say that with some of the front runners that are ahead of them going out, it's given them the chance to come up and battle for 5th and 6th place that we've got here. Jenkins still leading from Grady and Mannion. Topley. Yeah, the AMs are mixed up with the pros, and Ali Topley said he'd actually rather start where he finished, i.e. if there was a pro behind him, he'd rather the pro was behind him, and he's already got these ideas about the championship 1 meeting in.
I love how we're looking quite far back, obviously, with Doble and Hodgkiss just having a right battle in M2 blue cars there. Their own battle, we don't usually see them.
And that's for keen championship points at the sharp end as well, those two.
Yeah, proper stuff. But just in front of him is some of the best racing I've seen in the GT5s. And look at that side-by-side again. They're not giving up. Zanin and Donaldson. Donaldson in the 97, the white car with the red flashes. Look at that. Get fully involved. Proper stuff. Topley's having a bit of this as well. Can I come past, please? Would that be okay? I'm an am. Is that all right? He's coming. Go on, son. Oh no, the grass!
I still think we'll see Ali Topley back in these. They've just bought an Elva to run in Historics. He's running in MR2s as well. So, you know, he's done well. It'd be silly not to come back and have another play just to prove this was no fluke, Ali. I tell you, it's not a fluke. He is a good little peddler. But he's well stuck in, the amateur, right up amongst the pro drivers. And now he's got Hotchkiss and Doble coming up to join as well. And they're in the car just behind the Saltire livery car. That's Chris White, the class leader. Do you remember the car was written off at Thruxton last year? Really bad one. That's Chris.
Oh, right, so it was. Yeah. Well, they've done well to get that back out. Oh, look at that. So Topley come out the throttle and he's leaving, he's letting those two guys go because he knows he hasn't got a chance against Hotchkiss and Doble. That's brilliant stuff.
And do you know what? Chris White wasn't going to lunge down the inside there either. Chris White is a complete gent. I spoke to him in the paddock this weekend. He said, I'll have a race with Ali, but he's not interfering with the championship for sure.
Oh, no.
Topley's got a problem.
He wasn't letting them go.
Oh.
Looked like smoke maybe coming out of the car. They're nightmare. As Dave Sutton now is having another go. That's Zanon, isn't it? He's into the side off. A little bit of a tap here and there. Nothing wrong with that. Side by side, coming down the Craners. Lots of smoke in front of us.
Someone else's.
Oh. Right, well, have they just pulled out the way? Because there's no big tyre marks that have made that car go there. Is that... I can't really see what number that was. It wasn't... can't be 30. Was it number 30? I'm not going to say who that is because we don't know.
Is that Will Jenkins?
It is Will Jenkins.
Unbelievable that the race leader, Will Jenkins, is out. And I was thinking, is it? It can't be, but it is.
He spun off on his own. He spun off on his own.
So Will Jenkins is out and Conor Grady therefore inherits the lead. Harry Mannion in second. Ruben Haig.
We got a red flag.
Don't know. That car there is in a prone position. We have got a red flag on the screens now. And we're 1 minute 54. That's going to be a checker. And he's the cause of the red, so he won't get that. So it means that Grady will get a second win under red flags in 2 meetings. Interestingly, we've got Harry Mannion who will take second position and a maiden podium for Ruben Haig. So it's a little bit of history being written, but what a shock.
Listen, if that's not a technical problem and it was Conor Grady pushing him into that mistake, if he has made the mistake on his own, then that's Conor Grady's win every day of the week.
Yeah, he'll have earned it by putting the pressure on.
It's not easy flat down the Craners in these cars. He must have bounced off the curb. Maybe have we seen something as the replay's coming?
Let's have a look.
We just get the back end of this, don't we? So Conor is away from all that, and Conor hasn't got anything in that yellow car that says to me he's touched him, because he was a bit, he was 8/10 up the road, Jenkins. He looks like he's gone off on his own.
Yeah, I kind of thought he would just go around, well, look at that, clapping, top man.
Yeah, proper stuff that.
Will Jenkins is a good lad.
Yeah, proper lad. Whatever's happened, it may be a technical problem. Whatever we find out, if you follow me on Twitter, I'll find out for you and I'll stick it on there, because I don't want to say at the end of a programme that you're not going to find out about that he's had some kind of technical problem. So, yeah, shocking stuff that for Will, but great stuff for Conor Grady. Fantastic.
Second win for Conor.
Yeah, what a boy. What a boy.
Legends veteran.
His dad will be well happy.
Legendary veteran. And,
legendary veteran. That's you.
No, not quite, but no. I mean, you know, Conor's still pretty young, isn't he? But to grab another win is really, really good. Harry Mannion second. Ruben Haig is going to get that third. Ignacio Zanon in fourth, best result for him. Cian Donaldson up into fifth. And then David Sutton takes sixth place. The amateur class is going to go the way of Chris White from Paolo Santi, and Karim Sekat getting some as well. So, interesting end to the season. It's been a long one for them.
Yeah, and look at this, seventh and eighth, Hotchkiss and Doble. I mean, they were in the gravel trap having a nightmare. To get seventh and eighth is
a bit of speculation that maybe Topley's car dropped some fluid on the track and that might have caught Will out, but then the other cars might have been caught out as well. But
well, he's
who
first.
knows?
He's first on the scene.
He's first there. Yeah, true.
So we'll find out. We'll find out what's gone on there. But look at that, Will. Absolutely devastated as you would be, but proper sportsman there, clapping his competitors.
That was really good to see, wasn't it?
Proper stuff he is. So yeah, I will find out personally what's gone on there, because it's a real shame. So Topley's car, the 41 there, apparently blew its engine. We think there's a bit of fire extinguisher. There's a lot of fire extinguisher all over that car, so that has caught fire, or something has needed to be pumped out. There's fluid going down. There is fluid going down there, but will it be at the Craners? Because that is a long way round, isn't it? It would have blown up by then, I would have thought, yeah. But let's find out if we can and get that information out there. Shame from Topley, because he was running a mega race. A mega race.
So here's the result then, round 6 of the championship, and Conor Grady takes the win from Harry Mannion and Ruben Haig. Ignacio Zanin in 4th, Kian Donaldson and David Sutton. Nat Hodgkiss was 7th, and a good recovery drive from him. Mikey Doble in 8th, and an amateur class victory once again from Chris White. Sam Smith completing your top 10. Paolo Santi 2nd in amateur class, ahead of Karim Sekat. Gerson Zarpelau was 13th from Phil McGarty, then Aidan Hills and Sam Harvey 16th. Neil Finnegan in 17th position. The drivers that had problems were Will Orton, Harley Horton, Bal Sidhu, of course, much earlier in the race, and also problems, as we saw, for Will Jenkins and sadly Ali Topley. So I think the red flags, we can safely say, were due to that car